Hey guys, welcome back to Nanny's recipe. So today we got a recipe for beef lasagna. It's just how I make beef lasagna. So in a pan, I'm going to take about 2 to 3 tablespoons of regular cooking oil. So you can use olive oil. I prefer to use rapeseed oil. So I got the oil ready here. Once the oil is heated, I'm going to add 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. I love the more garlic, the more tasty it is. So we're going to saute the garlic, and after that I'm going to add 1 chopped onion. I've got a medium sized brown onion here, and 1 chili. Chili is optional, you can totally avoid it. So we got to saute this now on a medium heat. You can season this with a little bit of salt, so it helps to soften the onions and saute them quicker. I also like to put the lid on. The steam helps in releasing the water out of the onions quicker as well. So we're just going to saute them on a medium heat. Just make sure everything is nice. We don't want to caramelize it too much, we just want to soften the onions. As you can see here, they're becoming more translucent, and to this I'm adding 1 bay leaf. So this just gives an extra flavor to our beef lasagna mixture. To this now I've added 1 packet of minced beef, just normal supermarket minced beef. The most important thing here is to brown the beef well. So we're going to break this now into smaller pieces and brown it further. So you can see it started to change color, but I'll be browning it further now until I can see oil separated. So now to this I'm adding a bit of spice. So I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. I just like adding turmeric to most of the recipes, as you would know by now. So we're going to saute this now, and after that I'm going to add a teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. Now those 2 spices are completely optional. You don't have to add it if you don't have it. You can just exactly skip this step. So we're going to saute this again now. So you can see the beef changes color further, especially the spices. And now I'm adding 1 beef stock cube. So I'm going to add that and let it saute along with the beef. You can see the oil has started to separate. The beef has become more brown in color. So this is good. Now to this I'm going to add 1 tin of tomatoes and some frozen vegetables. I'm sorry about the clip. We lost the clip because the battery ran out. So you can see I've added tomatoes and frozen vegetables. You can add mushrooms if you like as well. So I've just got peas, carrots and beets in there, and some sweet corn. So it's just mixed vegetables. Now let that cook. Now in this meanwhile we're going to make some bechamel sauce. So bechamel sauce is just flour, butter and milk. So in a pan I'm going to soften 2 tablespoons of butter. So once the butter melts, we're going to add some chopped parsley. So I had some parsley, and I'm going to chop it with a scissor. Just let it saute ever so lightly. You don't want it to burn or anything, and it's just for the flavor. And after that I'm going to add 2.5 tablespoons of white plain flour. We're just going to add the flour and saute this with the butter, and once it starts to change its colors, it will become like a pale yellow color. We're going to add some milk. So I'm going to add 100 ml of milk in the beginning. I just want to make sure it's not too thick or too thin. So we're just going to whisk it all this together on a medium heat, and once I think that is ready, we're going to add a little bit more milk. So I've added another 50 ml, and then I added some salt, seasoned it with some salt and pepper. So our bechamel sauce is getting ready. So you can see that it's a little bit thin, but it'll thicken over time. So I'm going to leave it at that and turn the heat off now. So we're going to come back to our mince now. So I've let it saute simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes, and you can see that it's reduced further, and it's got this beautiful lovely color on it. So this mix is nearly ready. Now the last but not least, we're going to add a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. You can get in most UK supermarkets. It just adds a different flavor, and it just elevates your beef lasagna. So I've added that. So our mix is ready, and we're ready to assemble our beef lasagna here. So I've taken a rectangular shaped oven proof dish. So I'm going to line it first with some of the mixture that we have made. So we're going to add that, and just that could be your first layer. So it just prevents you, when you add the beef lasagna sheet, I don't want it to stick to the bottom, so this just gives you a little bit of covering there. Now these are no boil lasagna sheets, so if you got the sheets that you have to boil, please make sure you boil them first. But I had the ones that you don't have to pre-boil them, so you can pre-boil your lasagna sheets and then place them here. So just continue to layer them up now, just keep adding the flavors. So we're just gonna layer our first lasagna sheets with some of the sauce, a little bit of parsley, and the bechamel sauce that we had got ready. So we're gonna add the sauce here. Now meanwhile, I had cut some mozzarella cheese, so we're gonna add them. So we just slice them thinly and then put the second layer there ready. Now over this, now I'm going to add another layer of lasagna sheets, another layer of the beef mince, bit of chopped parsley, rest of my bechamel sauce, and after that we're going to layer it up with more mozzarella, and just keep going. So keep going until you finish. So this one is finished now. I only had enough for the 2 layers, and we're just going to cover this up now, smother it with the bechamel sauce, cover it up with the mozzarella cheese, and over this now I'm going to shower it with loads of cheddar. So just cheddar is just mature cheddar. I like the taste of it. You can go mild if you want. Now we're going to cover this up with aluminium foil. Make sure you oil the the non-shiny, the dull part of the aluminium sheet, and then cover it so that the cheese doesn't stick to it. So we're ready here now. Gonna chuck this into the oven, preheated the oven earlier on for 200 degrees. Gonna bake this for 30 to 35 minutes, 200 degrees Celsius. And voila, our beef lasagna is ready. It is so delicious. You can easily freeze the portions as well, bake them and freeze them, and they're ready. Such a quick meal. It's a hearty meal, and I hope you all enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care, guys. Bye.